Is the original Scream still good today, 30
Yeah.
years later after the making?
Yes. I mean, I think so. What do you think?
Yeah,
What do you think?
for sure. Okay, why was this movie perfect? Because it really was. I really feel like it was the perfect balance of humor and horror combined. Like, there was scary times.
Yeah. You know what I want to
we're
talk
still-
about real quick? Let's talk about how we rate things because we're like learning, right? How to figure out how to like be like, I liked it this much and I give it this to show that we liked it that much. We were talking about how it's interesting to like rate something like this where you felt like it was perfect, but you also don't want to put it in the same category as like something like, I don't know, like Interstellar, right? Where it's like Interstellar's for sure a 5. And you're like, this was really good, but does it stand in the same like level as that kind of film, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess in my mind, wouldn't it like for what it is still like a 5-star. It just isn't a different category. You know what I mean? It's just.
I guess I agree with that. Yeah.
I guess is your hesitation from giving it a 5 more so like people aren't gonna be like, oh, this 5 is from a comedy horror film and this 5 is from like a serious sci-fi film. It's like no matter what you put them together because they're 5s.
I think it's harder to make like a very well made like drama or sci-fi, I guess, because that's what Interstellar is, right? It's just drama. I know it's sci-fi because it's whatever, but it
Like
falls under drama, does it not? I was saying drama specifically because for sci-fi, I think the world building is very important for a good sci-fi. Like you could give a good, decent rating for as long as the world is kind of cool. I think that's what people like when they see sci-fi. And for a drama, I think it's harder to make a drama. A drama, I think it's got to be very well written, good dialogue, good emotional things going on. I don't know, good drama.
Yeah.
I think it's just harder to make a drama than it is a comedy, especially like satire
Yeah.
type of movies.
It's just more loose. Like.
Yeah, more loose,
Yeah.
where it's like you could bend, like again, how you say, bend the rules.
Yeah.
It's easier. So that's why it's hard to be, let me give it a 5, even though Scream was, I thought, perfectly made for what it is. So I guess it could be a 5. I think I just don't know. And then you also rate it up. We also rated on enjoyability. Some
Yeah.
movies you enjoy it so much that even if it's not that well made,
Yeah.
you still, because you enjoyed it so much,
It's like up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Like
some movies that maybe like were like well made, but you just were like not feeling it. You'll knock them down a little bit.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Together, I enjoyed it.
Was it well made?
I thought it was. It looks, it's great. I thought
Let's
it's
not get
well
into
made.
that one.
Yeah, we're not getting into it.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
So
That's what I'm. Yeah, the question is like
so the question is how to
rate
do the
things,
rating
yeah.
and stuff, and that's why it's kind of hard to, if you were to put both those movies next to each other, the level of difficulty in one or the other is definitely
It's different.
different. Like the Interstellar for sure is way harder to make.
Yeah, and also then when you talk about that, like about difficulty in making a film, right? Like it also then goes into like how many people end up working on it, like the budget too. Like it just turns into this movie was just way more difficult to manage because of all the like people that had a say in it and all the like different like departments and stuff like that versus maybe like a home film or something like that was made like a bit like more like toned down.
Yeah.
You know? And it could still be amazing, but again, it's like more so like for what it is compared to like
that's also why you have
was more difficult to make.
It makes sense because like now you have these other high budget blockbuster movies that come out looking like shit.
Yeah.
Not looking like shit, like just they don't hit.
Just-
It just
yeah,
doesn't feel. It feels very fake,
Yeah.
manufactured.
I think a lot of it has to do with like how many people are involved.
Like,
in
damn,
the
you had a
making of it.
whole team and you still couldn't pull this off. That's kind of how you feel, right?
Well,
Is that
no.
That's what you're saying. I think.
No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have a whole team, therefore it's more difficult. You know what I mean? Because like if the team is bigger, it's harder to like get everyone on board with the same vision.
For sure. And that's why when they execute it with a big team, it's like more gratifying.
I
And
think it's just more impressive. You know?
it is, yeah, definitely.
Then again, like lower budget films or whatever are also they have their own version of like of being impressive because it's like you had less to work with. You had less you yourself, like more
Yeah.
departments had to do more because there wasn't as many
Yeah.
people like getting into the details of certain
Yeah,
things.
like
So
you gotta pass if the acting's bad. Like we get it. You
no.
don't have the. I think that's what. Is that?
not,
Okay, I'm
not what I'm saying.
okay.
Say what you want to
No,
say.
no, no. Just put that in
Stop putting words in my mouth. Get me mad, bitch.
That's what we need, emotion.
Yeah.
I need energy.
Yeah. I have tequila. So I think it's very interesting. They all have their own like level of difficulty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I do see like why
You-
certain films you feel like are just, even though they're both perfect, right, for what they are or whatever, you felt this one would just has to be praised a bit more. It just has to be like, well, the work that you did on this just feels like maybe not more impressive, just more like I need to, I don't know, like, yeah, more praise, give you more praise just so that you are aware that we know that you did that much on it.
Yeah, because they care about our opinion, our specific.
Just us.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I guess what you're saying, and I kind of like what you're saying though, because now it allows me to give this a 5, as opposed to 4.5. I was knocking it a half a star just because I'm like, that extra half goes to the,
To anybody else.
to the better, whatever.
Yeah, see, that's what I was.
So now it's like,
yeah.
oh, actually,
It is a 5.
it's a 5. Yeah,
But-
because it's there's everything is perfect from beginning to end. I think. Like, what would you change? I don't think you would change anything.
I don't think I would, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that is actually a good way of like gauging that sometime, where it's like, if I don't feel like, because sometimes, and people are like, sometimes you're like, I would change this, I would change that, and then someone might be like, oh my god, it's so much harder, it's hard to do this shit, like, why are you saying that? But it's more so like, no, like, my vision of what this was, I feel like I just would like to have seen it a little bit different.
Exactly.
If you didn't feel that way, then it's like, that's because that movie like gave you everything you felt like you needed.
For that
you know
movie,
what I mean?
yeah.
For that movie, of course.
And we love changing things in movies.
We love changing them.
I wish I could add stuff to this, but you really can't.
You just can't.
And in fact, they've done it, and then they called it Scary Movie.
Right.
And I think it's just not as
Okay,
good.
you know what? Good thing you brought that up. I love the scary movies.
You're gonna we have to rewatch it to really be like.
I know.
Wait a minute.
I know. I like them. I used to, I guess I could say, because I haven't seen them. We do have to rewatch them, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the reason I like those parody type movies is because of how dramatically loose it can be. Of course, like the jokes just might not land, and when they don't land, it just becomes like, why am I watching this? Because it's just so ridiculous. Like, the part of the ridiculousness is that I'm gonna get to giggle. Whatever.
The intention with those movies are just purely laugh,
Exactly.
which is good.
Yeah, I enjoy them. I watched the scary movies a while ago, right? And so, watching Scream for the first time, I was able to like recognize like some of the things that happened and whatever. And I feel like that is an unfortunate thing for me.
Yeah.
Because I wish I watched Scream first and then watched this, because some of the surprises behind these things like were a little bit like just not ruined. Well, yeah,
It was like a little bit more predictable because you saw Scary Movie.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and it was still fun and good. But I wonder how I would have seen it if I didn't know what was coming next. You know,
Yeah,
obviously, I feel like it adds an element to it.
for sure.
And also, you had already told me, and it's fine. Don't do this again, though. I'm just kidding.
No promises.
You had already told me that it was also like within itself, like making fun of itself.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder if I didn't have that, and if I didn't have the scary movie, if I had
Would
just
you get
watched
it?
it. Yeah, no, honestly though, I'm like, would I have understood, or would I have like been like, oh my god, like some people like that leave certain reviews, they're like, if you hung up the phone, problem solved, you know? And it's like,
Right.
would I have not got it, or would I have been like, wait, this, you gotta be fucking with
Why is she going up the stairs? She just said she wouldn't go up the stairs.
yeah, literally. I feel like I probably would have got it, but
I think immediately you would have got it immediately.
here's the thing: if you've seen Primate, I know you haven't, but if you've seen Primate, I watched it in a movie in the theaters by myself. I was literally frustrated and slightly angry, and I was getting ready to like leave halfway through. I was giving it a good shot, especially because I'm like very interested in the idea of what rabies is and shit. I'm like, whoa, had nothing to do with it, really.
Had to do with the monkeys.
It was, I guess, about rabies was the whatever. I'm not gonna get into that movie. Point is, the entire movie I was like very upset at the like getting close to the end. It was weirdly enough so close to leaving because I was gonna go meet up with Donnie, and then there was a scene that happened where I just like busted out laughing so hard. I don't know why that was the moment where I was like, it's got to be a fucking joke. This has to be a joke. Because if not, what the fuck am I watching, right? That I like the rest of the movie. I enjoyed the movie because I was like, wait, hold up, this might be
So
fucking.
maybe we should watch it together because you know how like we also enjoyability fluctuates depending where you watch
Yeah,
it
and
with
with
who you
you.
watch it. Maybe we might have fun with it
I'm down to rewatch that. At first, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm ever gonna watch this again.
because you're
Whatever.
watching it like in a serious tone, like this is a horror film.
Exactly.
Mm.
And I just didn't know what it was supposed to be, and it just started. From the beginning, it felt like kind of like cheesy and regular. Like
Mm-hmm.
you get the regular tropes and stuff like that. And so I was like, whatever.
That's what it is, probably with the monkey. How
Yeah.
I felt about it.
Oh,
A
a
different
different
movie.
movie. Because Primate is about a monkey. But yeah, when I watched that one at the end, I started laughing and I was like, I enjoyed it and whatever. So I wonder how I would have watched Scream if I had just watched it the first time. But
Yeah.
watching it like this, I still enjoyed it.
They just killed it. Did a really good. They don't make them like that anymore, which is what I was saying while we were watching it. Every 10 minutes.
Yeah, you did keep saying that.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to anything else.
Kept interrupting.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore. They don't make them like that anymore.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, what else? Like, yeah, again, you can't really change anything. The acting, despite it's not like it was the best acting, right?
Mhm.
But it was the perfect acting for this.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Interestingly enough, with the acting, there was a scene with the principal when he was doing the scissor thing, right?
Yeah.
So the scene with the two that he had in that office, I felt like them when they were doing their thing. I kind of like was like your acting for some reason wasn't like on par with the other people's, which is funny because I'm like, yeah, this is supposed to be comedy anyways, so it didn't matter. But
that's what I'm talking about, where it's like, that wasn't great acting,
exactly.
but yet it's fine. It's in this movie, it just works.
Right, because it feels like it's a part of that world. You know, like it's just like, yeah, it's that type of movie.
Exactly.
Very interesting how that works.
Um,
I feel like I would love to like act in one of those types of movies.
yeah.
Just like having a
What
like
kind of
a
character would you
loose-
have been in this?
What kind of character would I have been? I feel like someone who's just like one of the people that is just like so in their world that they don't see everything that's happening. You know, like someone's like getting slashed or something like that, and you're just like focused on like talking to somebody else or something. I like the idea of like being aloof.
Aloof, yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Doing that. You're already doing that. You would hardly be acting.
Right. It's just
Wow, I stuttered my whole way through that joke right there.
And that's all right. We forgive you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What else did you like? All right, we said we liked the music, the score, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one of those things. Like I think we've talked about this before. I don't really know how to judge it, but I know when it's a good one. Like I know, like how you talked about Interstellar, they have a good one. It puts you really into that world.
Yeah.
It really fits in with that movie.
Mm-hmm.
This one did a good job with that. Whereas other movies, I don't even notice or don't. I'm like, I don't even know. Or I straight up just like hated it. Like Wuthering Heights. If you haven't seen that review, jeez.
You're getting there. Yeah. I'm still. I wanna pay better attention to those kinds of things. But I agree. There are some movies that I for sure like. It stuck with me where I'm like I noticed the music. I noticed those elements and they stuck with me even though I don't know how to.
It's a standout.
Yeah.
Like or it's unique. Like I don't hear this in other movies. And some you hear them all the time. It's just so cheesy. It's like the classic blueprint. Throw this into like
most of the Marvel movies. Yeah, they all have the same like thing.
Exactly.
It's a formula.
Yeah, exactly. Like this worked before. Cinematography in this, I don't really know.
So I think with the cinematography, it's so. I always have to bring back like we're still learning. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But
disclaimer.
The way they filmed it, I guess, like older films in general have like a different style. I feel like, but it felt very like something that we're able to do. I mean, obviously not because you still need like a whole crew and all this and that.
Yeah.
But it felt like
I get it, doable.
Yeah.
As far as shooting the shots,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think I don't know. I like the style.
I like the style too.
You know.
It was cool.